Welcome back. Infinite Jeff. Page 285, 295. I'm knocking out 5 today, so I'm just diving in. You know what's up. You know what the drill is. Page 295, here we go. Sensitive sport. Sensitive intercourse during. The sound of a podiatric impact had silenced a major sport crowd, and a retired USMC flyer who always came with petroleum jelly samples he hawked to the knuckle-chapped crowds in the Nickerson stands told his cronies in a Brookline watering hole after the game that this incandescent kid's first public punt had sounded just the way the Rolling Thunder's big-bellied Berthas had sounded, the exaggerated whump of incendiary tonnage, way larger than life. After 4 weeks, Oren's success at kicking big egg-shaped balls was way past anything he'd accomplished hitting little round ones. Granted, the tennis and eschaton hadn't hurt, but it wasn't all athletic, this affinity for public punt. It wasn't all just high-level competitive training and high-pressure experience transported intersport. He told Joelle Van Dyne, she of the accent and baton and brain-locking beauty, told her in the course of an increasingly revealing conversation after kind of amazingly she had approached him at a Columbus Day major sport function and asked him to autograph a squishy-sided football he'd kicked a hole through in practice. The deflated bladder had landed in the Marching Terriers' sousaphone player's sousaphone and had been handed over to Joelle after extrication by the lardy tubist, sweaty and dumb under the girl's actinizingly imploring gaze, asking him, Oren now also suddenly damp and blank on anything attractive to say or recite, asked him in an emptily resonant drawl to inscribe the punctured thing for her own personal daddy, one Joe Lon Van Dyne of Shiny Prize, Kentucky, and she said also of the Dyne Riney Proton Donor Regent Corporation of nearby Boaz, Kentucky, and engaged him, in a slowly decreasingly one-sided social function type conversation. The pea-goat was pretty easy to stay in a one-to-one like tete-a-tete with, since no other terrier could bring himself within 4 meters of her, and Oren gradually found himself almost meeting her eye as he shared that he believed it wasn't all athletic, punting's pull for him, that a lot of it seemed emotional and or even, if there was such a thing anymore, spiritual. A denial of silence. Here were upwards of 30,000 souls, voicing approval as one soul. He invoked the raw numbers, the frenzy. He was thinking out loud here. Audience exhortations and approvals so total they ceased to be numerically distinct and melded into a sort of single coital moan, one big vowel, the sound of the womb, the roar gathering, tidal, amniotic, the voice of what might as well be God. None of tennis's prim applause cut short by an umpire's patrician shush. He said he was just speculating here, ad-libbing. He was meeting her eye and not drowning, his dread now transformed into whatever it had been dread of. He said the sound of all those souls is one sound, too loud to hear, building, waiting for his foot to release it. Oren said the thing he thought he liked was he literally could not hear himself think out there. Maybe a cliche, but out there transformed, his own self transcended as he'd never escaped himself on the... Alright, that was page number 295 of the book, known as Infinite Jest. I think we're going to hang up our cleats right there for today, and we'll see you tomorrow.